Thank you, Steve. Well, National Small Business Week is underway, so we're talking about the state of our local small business economy this morning and why supporting these businesses is so important. To do that, we welcome in our friend Phil Jackson, Lehigh Valley Market President over at Univest. Phil, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Always nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to be back again.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in. So I always ask you to give us the report card, Phil. How are we doing in terms of the economy in our local small business scene?
Well, Eve, the Lehigh Valley economy follows the national economy, and right now it's doing terrific. It's doing very well. And in terms of things we measure, whether it's jobs, unemployment, wages, they're all in great shape. The Lehigh Valley tends to lag the national market, but it's still strong. For example, unemployment nationally is a record low at 3.6%, and the Lehigh Valley is about 3.8%. Okay. So it's terrific. So it's a great environment for small business, great environment for all business right now, especially in the Lehigh Valley.
And in terms of numbers of small businesses, is the Lehigh Valley competitive?
Yes. If you nationwide, and Lehigh Valley is just a microcosm of the rest of the country, most jobs come out of the small business arena. I mean, you have your big corporations, but the small businesses, that's where most of your job growth is, and they tend to support the bigger companies, and at a local level, they provide services and manufacturing on a local level. So it's a great market for small business right now.
Yeah, and so important to our community because of those jobs, like you mentioned. And it's also so important that we support them, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And that's kind of what we're encouraging folks to do this week and always, right?
Well, we say always, but certainly during this week. But as I said, look, with so many jobs coming out of the small business sector, that's what contributes to the economic health of our market and the well-being of our market. And that's in terms of creating new opportunities for new companies and also for services like the nonprofits and other people that need resources. Small business is vital to that. So we're really excited about the Lehigh Valley. If you look at Allentown, Bethlehem, and Easton, and the redevelopment that's going on there, this is spurning a lot of small business, and which is terrific for our valley. Yeah,
and talk to me a little bit, Phil, about interest rates. How are they looking right now?
Well, interest rates are, we started the year anticipating that interest rates would increase dramatically by the end of the year, but that has subsided. That inflation is still relatively low, so interest rates have sort of flattened out, and most economists, including ours, don't think there'll be many more increases this year. So that's a good thing for most businesses, that their cost of doing business and cost of borrowing money isn't going to go up this year.
What's your best advice for small business owners looking to stay strong in this current climate?
Well, we are in the longest economic expansion that we've experienced in some time. This is the 10th year of economic expansion. So my advice would be to be cautiously optimistic about continued growth. So how do you react to that? Well, meet your customer demand or your niche, whatever it is you do, but probably not overexpand right now. Don't take on a lot of new leverage or debt. And cash is always king.
That's right.
So to the extent that you're making it now, I think you should squirrel a little away for the future, because this economy will slow down ultimately.
And just quickly, good time to start a small business if you're thinking about it?
Well, it sounds trite, but it's always a good time to start a small business, because small businesses tend to meet specific niche needs, and there are needs in weak markets and strong markets. So I would say that it's always a good time, but right now the access to capital is probably greater than it's ever been. So there's a lot of financial support out there.
Okay, Phil, thanks so much for that update on the economy. Always great to see you. More about Phil and the work that Univest does on their website, univest.net. Thank you, Phil. And stay with us. We'll be right back.